Hello and thanks for stopping by. This is Blazing Lasers for the TurboGrafx 16, and I'm playing this game on a Core Graphics Mini. Blazing Lasers is a shoot 'em up that has a lot of stuff going for it on screen. This is really what you'd expect and hope from this type of game. You want a lot of variety, you want a lot of enemies on screen to shoot, and you want a lot of different weapons. This game has all of that. Like many games of this genre, or at least most shooters of this particular type, you're in outer space, piloting a ship, and shooting pretty much everything that gets in your way. The controls are simple enough. Button 2 fires your main cannons, and button 1 fires cluster bombs, which are very useful for hitting enemies that aren't directly in front of you, because they have a splash damage. One of the things I really liked with this particular game was that certain zones in this game were larger than they appear on screen. The second level is a good example of this. If you drift to the left or right of the screen will actually move in that direction a little bit. This adds maybe another 20% to the surface area of the screen. I really wasn't expecting it, and it was really nice to see. The ship you pilot, I think it seems a little larger than I would normally expect, but there is plenty of room on the screen to fly around, and it's not like I'm crashing into things and getting myself killed too easily. It really doesn't seem like much of an issue for this one. Now, I've played a few Commodore 64 shooters that are super sensitive to crashing, and the ship size was definitely a concern, but here, it seems to work just fine. This game also has digitized audio that triggers when you pick up a power-up, and it alerts you to what it was you just picked up, which is super nice to hear. I'm new enough to this game to know that I have no idea what these icons mean yet that you pick up. Every now and again, I get some awesome laser upgrade going on screen, and I become afraid to pick up something else because I don't want to replace what I have. There are 4 main laser variants in the game, and what's nice is these actually can change their appearance and behavior over time as you pick up gel capsules, which will upgrade these weapons as you move forward. There are plenty of upgrade capsules to be found on screen, and there are so many that I seem woefully unable to grab all of them, and you really want to get them as you see them. When an upgrade or gel capsule sort of drifts off screen, it's kind of torturous. Now I know I'm still adjusting to this one, but early on I was having a little bit of trouble determining what was an upgrade icon versus enemy fire. As you would imagine, that's not good. The speed of the different enemy shots can vary, so with the icons floating around and the way that the enemy shots are, it's just taking some time to adjust. Like I mentioned earlier, it's not wiping me out, so that's good. I have to say, when I started playing this game, I felt like I got far enough into the first level that it made me want to continue to play. I think the difficulty for this game, it ramps up at a good clip, and it's useful for keeping players engaged. Balancing gameplay on a game like this, especially early on, it's always important, and this one doesn't discourage gameplay like some of the other games that I've played. I think my favorite weapons in this one would be the boomerang-shaped laser, and it kind of drifts to the side if you steer in that direction, which is really nice because you can aim it towards enemies. And there's also this electric snake-looking energy beam that, after a while when you upgrade it, it seems to cruise all around the screen. It covers a ton of surface area and it looks crazy. I love it. The cluster bombs are also super useful, and I find myself saving them up for certain key areas. If I need to hit something that's not directly in front of me and I can't easily maneuver in front of it without getting myself into the line of enemy fire, it's probably a good place for me to drop a bomb. The splash damage, the radius of the bomb, it lets you shoot next to something and you can probably blow it up just by that proximity. Also, of course, using these on boss levels will be super useful. The levels are actually pretty large and diverse looking. I know the length of the first zone seemed much longer than I would have expected, and this isn't a problem for me because I managed to survive to get to the end of it. I really like the gameplay for this one. The power-ups are satisfying to get, your weapons upgrade as you go forward, there's plenty of variety in the scenery and enemy types, it's all solid. It's a fun one. Apparently the TurboGrafx 16 and its similar consoles, they were known for their shooters. I'll be definitely going through my Core Graphics Mini to look at all the different shooters in the lineup to see what else I can play that I might be able to compare to this one. Well, that's all I have for Blazing Lasers today for the TurboGrafx 16. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you next time.